and welcome back to our next episode of So You Want to Be a Millionaire. I'm your co-host, Sharla Brown, and joined with the beautiful, amazing, and talented co-host and co-founder of 100 Most Powerful Women, Jacquie Somerville, where we work together to help women look like a million, feel like a million, impact millions, and make millions of dollars. How are you today, Jacquie?
Hey, Sharla, I'm doing great, thanks. Yes, it's very exciting to be with you and everybody today.
Absolutely. And today, well, we thought we would share with you how to make money while you sleep. Yes, it is possible that you can wake up every morning and have money that is multiplying for you. We've done it, and we definitely teach others how to do it too. But you might be sitting there thinking, how do I do it? And it is possible for each of us to make money while we sleep. And it goes along with one of our biggest theories and principles that we live by, is that it's not hard to make money, and that you can get in the ease and flow of doing that so that you can even make money while you sleep. And that's so important, isn't it, Jacquie, is to have that mindset of that it's easy for us to make money, that so easy that we can even do it while we're sleeping.
Yes, exactly. Because whatever you believe will become your reality. So if you believe that it's easy, it will be easy. And so, yes, we do not believe in the hustle and the grind and the struggle. We don't believe in consistently trading your time for dollars, because that has a limit on it. And Sharla and I and the 100 Most Powerful Women, it's all about limitless thinking and limitless living in terms of who are you being in the world? Are you open to receiving all the abundance that's there for you? Or are you stuck in a small mindset of, well, if I do this, I can get that. And if I can sell this time, or this, for this amount of time with me for this, or this thing for this. If you can realize that money can come from multiple sources at all times, and that these sources are available to you to tap into, now the abundance is going to begin to flow in your life. And also, people who are stuck in salaried positions, earning just whatever some company is willing to pay them. We're here to say enough of that. No more trading your time for money. No more working for the man. It's time to break free and really open up to all the money that's there for you, that's going to start flowing while you sleep.
Yeah, absolutely. It just made me think of the tune in my head was going on with she works hard for the money,
Yeah,
and
money.
yeah, and as much as it's a catchy tune, it's just not what we believe in. Is that our most precious commodity is our time, and how do you want to spend that time every day? Because I think a lot of us have been taught that you do have to work hard to make the kind of money that you want to make, and sometimes it's working hard just to get by, which is even more detrimental, to our dreams, to our health, to our well-being. And we really look at that balance in terms of when we say, to look like a million, feel like a million, and impact millions, is that you can do all of that and make millions of dollars and not have to kill yourself to do it. Because I think that that's the thing, is we equate being busy and hustle and grind and working really hard with that's the only way to be able to make money. And we teach women how to get into the flow of that, is that when you do what you're passionate about, what you're excited about every single day, that you become a magnet for money. You become a magnet for your dream customers. You can't become a magnet for the impact that you want to make in this world, and that it doesn't have to be hard. And we've experienced that for ourselves, is that when you can get really crystal clear as to what kind of business that you want to have, the impact that you want to make, and how you want to put it out to the world, is that you can achieve that level of success without it being hard. That literally, you put it out there to the universe, and all of a sudden magic starts happening. The universe starts creating ways and means for you to make, the impact and the money that you want to make in your business, or even in your profession. A lot of people are, working for an employer, but also, have a passion of something that they want to do on the side that creates additional revenue. Because we do believe that there should not be a ceiling in what you do, and that no one can dictate your worth and what you're able to earn and achieve in this world. That really it's limitless, if you can wrap your mind around that concept that, anything is possible for your life. So, how do you do that? How do you make money while you sleep? Well, lots of times women will have ideas for their business, but those ideas are really limited as to them being hands-on everything that they do, and really not trusting that they can let go and let, their money, their gifts, what they're doing work for them while they're sleeping. And isn't that, a beautiful way to be able to make money, is that, you do use your time, that you can, spend time in your business, but also that if you want to go on vacation, if there's a time where you're not well, you just don't feel like working that day, that it's never a make or break. It's the fact that, you've set things up in your business so that you're always generating revenue from it, so that you can create a life that you're not stressed about, you're not worried about, that there's no struggle in it, that, you can set yourself up for success. And that's a lot of the things that we do to help women. Yeah.
Yes, Sharla. And, there's so many ways one can do it. But obviously, when it comes to your own business, it's setting up, it's first of all, creating a business model and sticking with a business model that enables you that level of freedom, that enables you to make money while you sleep, that doesn't require you to be hands-on 100% of the time. And so it's first and foremost picking a business model that's going to free you up, that's going to really serve you. Then, of course, it's about putting the systems in place, right? And this is what we love working with women on, is first of all coming up with the best business model for them, while obviously that utilizes their passion, their purpose. So the business is all about who they are, what they're passionate about, but what model are you going to structure that business around? And then what systems are you going to put in place? What offerings are you going to make? What packages are you going to sell? What are you going to sell? And what systems are you going to put in place that enables you to make money while you sleep? And we're all about working with women on that in a very hands-on, nuts and bolts kind of way, especially in our 100 Most Powerful Women group. And then, of course, there is investing. Right? We teach women about that too, and give women opportunities to invest in things that they wouldn't otherwise have access to. And so, Charlotte's a great expert at that. And what are you going to invest your money in so that the proceeds from your business grow even outside of your business? And we also believe in continuously investing in your own business. If you're not going to invest in you, who else is going to invest in you? We have to be courageous enough to continue invest in ourselves, to continuously invest in our own businesses, so we continue to come up with bigger and better models that really, really serve us, better systems. It takes money to create a business that has all the right systems and structures in place. And so to really start opening up to that and continuously investing in your business to upgrade those systems so that your life becomes easier and easier and easier, and the amount of money that you bring in becomes larger and larger. Because as we like to remind everybody, if you're struggling right now, you don't have a spending problem, you have an earning problem. It's about how can we expand your earning? And when you can do that without increasing your hustle, your grind, the amount of time you have to work, the stress level, how great is that? We want you to be able to make money while you sleep. So those are just some of the ways to do it. Back to you, Sharla.
Absolutely, Jackie. Well said. And that's the thing, is that, we teach women that, you can let go and trust. And a lot of times, well, As women, we can be a bit of a, control freak, especially when it comes to our business and how things need to be done. But, being a massively successful business owner really does take trust, divine trust in the universe that the universe has your back, and that, you can be more successful than you ever even imagined possible. If you trust when you put something out there, that the universe has ways and means to be able to do something with that, that you're trusting. So, for example, a lot of women that we work with, not all, we have women with all types of business that we work with, but for example, have written a book. And so, how can you use that book as a tool to monetize everything that you do? And not just for the book sales, because yes, we can help you with, how to figure out the marketing and getting your book out there, and how to, get sales of the copy of your book, but also how to use your book as a tool to be able to monetize other things. And that's where a lot of our women really struggle, is defining their target market, and then creating the creative that really attracts their customers, getting really crystal clear on the niche that they serve, as opposed to trying to be everything to everyone. And that's where a lot of women really struggle, is, really defining what they want to do and how do they get it out there, so that you can wake up in the morning and see all your beautiful Amazon sales, like that's the thing, is it really is that simple when you can start letting go of all of that control. The other thing is, creating online courses, things that are recorded, so that, people can watch them from anywhere in the world at any time. Lots of times we want to be hands-on and doing it all the time, as opposed to simplifying. And as you said, setting up these business systems so that, people can enjoy them when they want to enjoy them. That if it doesn't work at Tuesday at 3 p.m., it doesn't matter. That there's a way to be able to set these things up so that, you can sell what you have, what you offer at any time, that people can enjoy it, and that you don't have to be there, all the time. Because, as I mentioned at the beginning, time is our most precious commodity. So if you want to be on holidays, with your family in the Caribbean and enjoying that, you can come home and have, money sitting in your bank account. That there's so many ways to be able to automate what we do, so that, our gifts and, the investment that we make, for one time of writing that book or creating that course, can create residual income. And that's how we make our empires, is really creating ways to have residual income in our life that's ongoing. Memberships is another big one. It's really popular right now, is how do you add value to your clients and customers, so that you can create income every single month that you're building and growing. If you have 1,000 members in your membership, even if they're paying $39 a month, that's $39,000 each month that's coming in, and that you can create content, at your leisure and when you feel inspired to do so, for your members, and what you want that to include. And those are the things that we really work with our members on, is, are these things that, fit with your business model, that you can add and create, residual income, because that's really how we build our empires. That, it's not always necessarily one thing. It's creating kind of that secret sauce or secret recipe that creates this magnificent business that we can, profit on, and also make the impact that you want to make, and you can reach more people. Because the thing is that, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. And so how many people can you help individually, as opposed to globally scaling your business, being able to reach people and at different price points, so that it makes it also achievable and attainable for them. These are the things that we look at with everybody that we work with, to be able to achieve that level of success. Because, that's the biggest question that we get is, women say, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it for my own business. Well, we know how. Those are the things that we've been able to create in our own businesses. Jacquie is a best-selling author, with me, having a successful, membership, and, creating something that impacts, 500,000 women around the world. You can have that kind of impact as well with your own business. It's just, having somebody who shows you how to do it. And we definitely, work with our members to be able to achieve that level of success. You also talked about investing, Jacquie, which, oh my gosh, every woman should be investing. And the thing is that, a lot of women don't pay themselves first. They're so busy trying to pay everything else as opposed to investing in themselves and their big goals and dreams and their future and their business. And, that's what we teach women is, how do you invest in yourself first so that your money grows and, reaches these massive levels that, one day, you just wake up and you realize that you are a millionaire. And that's really how simple it is that when we learn these principles that we teach in terms of the power investing and also investing in things that align with your spirit, that really align with what excites you in terms of, having your money go out there and work for you, but that, it doesn't have to be an investment that you don't know where your money is or what it's doing, or in a company that you don't believe in, that, we have opportunities that we invest in other women, in women's businesses, in real estate and various things. And we teach women how to do all this so that they can build their empires, because we know every woman out there can be a millionaire.
Yes, and a multi-millionaire, and maybe there's a few billionaires out there listening to us today in the making. You can have whatever you desire. And Sharla spoke earlier too about the sort of spiritual element of this, the being open to the possibilities, to believing in it, that that there is an abundance of wealth out there for you, and that it does not have to be hard. And so yes, we teach you how to put those systems and structures in place. We help you create a profitable, easy business model. We help you do all of that. But first and foremost, and ongoing and continuous, is the work on opening up to receiving all of this in a state of ease and flow. So really looking at everything we do from a spiritual, soulful aspect of it. And as Sharla said, so important that all of this aligns with who you are, that this is a reflection of who you are, whether it's your own business, the companies that you're investing. Does it feel right with your soul? This is so important. I see all the time, and I was caught up in this at one point in my life, making money for money's sake. And it ended up not working for me. It was lucrative, but I felt empty. So weird. And there was something so fundamental missing in my life. And I see this all the time when people who just go and invest in the stock market in order to make money fall flat on their faces a lot of the time. They're chasing the money. They're not looking at, what is my reason for being here? What is my soul calling me to do on this earth? Because we believe that you can align your soul's calling with an amazing abundance of wealth and goodwill and health and vitality and so on. So my advice is to never look at making money or invest just for making money's sake. Does it align with who you are? Does it feel right with your soul? If you can get that right, not only will you be rich, here's the clincher, you will be fulfilled while being rich. And if we get rich without feeling fulfilled, we always get stuck in not enough. That's what I learned. Nothing was ever enough. No matter how much money I had, it was never enough. That is no place to live, because you're never enjoying the moment. It's always, I'll be happy when, but I need this to be happy then. And that is nowhere to live. So fulfillment and rich, now that's the perfect combination. And how do you feel fulfilled while the money is flowing? You love what you do. You have great purpose and passion in your life. And you align consciously and on a soul level with everything you spend, invest, and earn your money from and in and with.
Yes, absolutely, Jackie. Well said. And that's the thing, is what it comes down to is, I always say, how can I best help and serve others in this world? And that's always my focus first and foremost is, that's the thing, is that I can only do so many events, in a year. I can only travel so much. I can only do that. So it's like, how can I best serve others? And that's the thing, is that you're creating these things. Yes, you're creating a massively successful business, but you're really serving those who need your gifts in this world. And that's the thing, is that when you can set these things up, whether that's a membership or whether those are online courses, it's the way for people to be able to access, your knowledge and your gifts, to be able to empower them to do what they're called to do in this world, or to be able to help them in a certain area of their life. And you can create more impact when you set these things up. Now, in return, you receive abundance in so many different ways, shapes, and forms. Yes, money is one of them. And, we got to get over, how we feel about money and be opening to receive that. Because, we've said it a million times, women, when they make great money, they do really great things in the world. And it allows you to be able to give more, to be able to do more, and to be able to help others, and to be able to have the impact on your family and create the life that you want to have for yourself. But also to be able to, like I said, impact this world and make a difference, because we all look at that. What I know is that so many women who are out there have heart-centered businesses. They do want to do what they do to be able to help others and to be able to make an impact and change this world and make it a better place. And so if you can set these things up in your business, is that, you don't get burnt out doing what you do. You don't get resentful or angry or tired of doing what you do, because you're able to do it with ease and flow. And that's what happens a lot of times, is we start out with something with a passion, but we work so hard at it, and we set up these unrealistic expectations for ourselves that we burn ourselves out, or we no longer do it from an authentic place. And that's so important, that you can set your business up so that you even make more of an impact, that as it scales and as it grows. But it doesn't mean that it means you have to work harder, or that you have to, get really tired and exhausted and, start compromising your health and well-being, or time with your family, or anything else that's really important for you, that you no longer have to lose sight as to, why you're doing all of this in the first place, which, a lot of times we look at that as, why is it that we do this in the first place? Why was it so important for us? So that you can continue a business that you're excited about every day, that you jump out of bed and you're excited about it, but you set it up in a way so that you can help and serve more and more people as it grows. You can create the impact, you can make income, that it doesn't have to be one or the other, or an all or nothing, and that's really what we help women, to be able to do, especially as they're growing their business and achieve different levels of success, is never to lose sight as to why you're doing all of this in the first place, why it's so important to you, and that, you can continue to have that life of your dreams. You don't want to be killing yourself, all the time, and you were able to build that house in the Caribbean, but you never get to enjoy it for yourself. Really, that's pointless. You really want to be able to enjoy it. So we help you to be able to, design that business as you grow it and as you scale it, and to be able to have a team that helps you, and to not to be scared to do that, that when the time comes that, it's hiring others to be able to, build it, to scale it, to do the things that you don't maybe love to do in your business. We all have the things that we're passionate about, we love doing, we're excited about doing. And we have the things like maybe your accounting and your bookkeeping, or you're like, oh, I'm not very good at the marketing, that you can hire a team to be able to do that. And so, really, the more successful you get, the more freedom and flexibility you should have in your life. That should always be your goal, that you can be there when you want to be. And if you decide, you want to take a month off and take your family on a trip around the world, or, do something else, that's totally, the freedom and flexibility that, you've created in your life. And, every woman, as we say, has the ability to do that.
Yes, exactly right, Sharla. And we are great believers in letting go of the hustle and of the grind. And, you hear this a lot. People really, so many sort of, especially male coaches, God love them, really do love talking about the hustle and the grind, and how hard they've worked to get to where they are, and how there's so much honor in the hustle and honor in the grind, and so on. And yes, there are difficult times when we're building a business. There's no doubt about it. But how do we look at that? And again, it goes back to what we talk about all the time: mindset, faith, spirituality, and so on. When we look at the challenges in our lives and in our businesses, as well, this obviously is serving me in some way, so I'm not going to cause myself unnecessary struggle by believing that it's bad or that it shouldn't be happening. The Buddha said, pain is inevitable, but suffering is a choice. And I love that, because suffering comes from us believing that we shouldn't be going through something or fighting against it, instead of sort of getting in the flow and believing that everything that's happening in our lives is there to serve us in some way. But we do believe in really believing in ease and flow, and knowing that when we believe something, that it is going to become that way, especially when we get really good at it. So if we become conscious of being a woman who's a successful businesswoman and does it with ease and flow, the more we can become that in our mind, just through imagination, the more we can pretend, the more that becomes our reality. So we see ourselves as these successful, powerful business women who do it without struggle and just get in the flow and have multiple sources of income and amazing investments, and we make money while we sleep. When we start to just initially pretend, the better we get at pretending and utilizing our imagination, the more it starts to show up in our reality. Everything starts with what we're thinking and feeling. So what are your emotions around money? What are your emotions around how much there is out there for you to tap into? What are your emotions around how hard or easy it should be? What are your emotions around investing? What are your emotions around having a business that makes you money while you sleep? These are the things to start working on right away. It all starts with the story that you're giving it. That's what's creating your reality. So that's, we talk so much about spirituality, about mindset, about consciousness. Who are you conscious of being right now? One of the greatest mantras I was ever taught was that my business is easy, that this is going to be easy. Whatever it is that I'm looking at, make the statement, this is going to be easy. Because no matter what happens, if you stay in that mindset, no matter what obstacles you get, you'll be like, that's okay. Water just flows over rocks. It flows over rocks with flow. It doesn't struggle. What happens? The rock eventually starts wearing down, but the water's just flowing over it, doing its thing. So that's the thing, is those obstacles, if you can get to the point where you flow over them and you believe they're serving you, now you get into the ease and flow of life, the ease and flow of wealth, and you allow things to come to you through multiple sources of income and in easy ways while you sleep. So it's really getting your mindset right, your consciousness right, your spirituality part right. Who are you being in the world right now? Ask yourself that question. Who am I being? Am I being a badass businesswoman who makes money while she sleeps? Or am I being a woman who believes in struggle and hustle and grind? Because the choice is yours. Right now, you can choose to become the former and not the latter. Right now, it's quite simply a decision, because the reality follows the consciousness, not the other way around.
Yeah, absolutely, Jacquie. And what I want to add to that is, as you're doing these things in your business and creating your business, is that, there are no mistakes. Like we always feel like, we throw in the towel. Oh, I set up a membership, nobody's joined, that didn't work. And, it really is, the divine timing, and that, it's all information. So, I always say that it's all pointing you in the right direction. So whether that's the book you wrote and you're not selling all the copies you wanted to sell, or you created an online course, or, set up a webinar, or whatever the case is that you've set up for your business and you're not getting the results you wanted, it's just information to help you to be able to tweak things a little bit. Like sometimes it's the littlest changes, or to be able to have a coach or a mentor that can really look at it, from your customer's perspective. But we've found a lot of times is, we're looking at things from our own perspective. and not having an unbiased, opinion from an outside source that really knows maybe more about your market, that can help you in terms of getting your message out there, putting it out there to make those subtle tweaks, because sometimes those little subtle changes make all the difference in the world. I've told my story a number of times in terms of, doing US events and finding that the US market was, a lot different than Canadian market. There was so many more, events to choose from. And, how was I going to stand out from the crowd? And it took some time for me to figure out. And, I think a lot of people would have thrown in the towel when I, doubled down and decided that no, come hell or high water, I'm going to figure this out and I will be successful at it. And really trusting and having that divine guidance, tapping into that, the conversations that I had with you, Jacquie, having somebody to help me to really see a crystal clear picture and really to be able to figure it out so that you know what the first right step is, or you know what the next right step is to take in your business. And we don't always know and have all the answers, but that's why we have coaches and mentors to be able to help us figure it out so that we can make that successful. Because there's a reason why it came to you, and it's not the fact of, just throwing it away. It's the fact of, really looking at what are some subtle changes that I can make to make it massively successful, because, you have the ability to be able to do that. And that's what coaches and mentors help you do as well, so that, you're not killing yourself in your business. You can set up these systems that will work for you, that will work for your business, and, that can help you do what you do on even a grander scale. Because lots of times we keep ourselves small, only doing what we can do hands-on every day, as opposed to, what we can do to be able to create more of an impact. And so that, we don't have to be hands-on all the time, and we can do it always from a place of love and joy, and knowing that there's abundance in the world and that it's always coming for us, and that, we can really maximize that with our potential when we can tap into that divinely. And I love that you said that, Jacquie. Is really, it comes to every conversation, doesn't matter what we're talking about, it always goes back to that for us, is, having that faith and divine guidance that you're giving the universe something to work with. If you continually to try to do it on your own, I guarantee you're always going to struggle. But when you can create things and give it to the universe to work your magic on, the possibilities are endless. I created the first tour, across Canada for a Fearless Women's Summit. I put it out there the best I knew how, but the universe really, put the magic on there, selling out those events right across Canada that first year. And that speakers applied from right around the world, even though I only advertised for speakers in that city. Is that when you do something good and you have the energy behind it, is that it becomes magnetic. You start attracting people and, opportunities and things from, places you can't see for yourself. And so the more you can put out there for the universe to help you with, the better results that you're going to get. And, listening to that divine guidance and making those tweaks that you need to make, whether that's your book, your ebook, your online course, your membership, anything that you want to do, it's giving the universe material to work with, because you can co-create, any life that you want to have on this earth.
Yeah, so I love your stories, Sharla, and you continue to inspire me every day with that. It's just so, and yeah, and I'll never forget the doubling down thing. It was just really, and I'm so grateful that you brought that up, because I think so many women in business do feel like throwing in the towel. I think disappointment is a big thing to be dealt with, and when things don't work out the way we think they are going to, or the way we want them to, we let discouragement, completely derail us by stopping us from what we're supposed to do in this world, and by stopping the flow of abundance. Discouragement is a big enemy. And so if you're trying something in your business right now, whether that's a membership site, whether that's whatever it is, and it's not working out, acknowledge the discouragement feelings. Don't try and push them away. Acknowledge them, but then move on from that and go, so there's obviously some tweaks here. I'm going to keep going. Because the only time that we ever fail at something is when we quit. Until then, there's no such thing as failure. There's only lessons. There's only guidance, guidelines. Failure only happens when we quit. And for those who do not quit, success is inevitable. It's inevitable. So I love that you brought that up, because I do feel like we see it a lot. We see people getting discouraged and then they stop. Oh no, you got to keep going. If you want something badly enough, never ever stop. Keep going, because when you keep going, this divine force, this universal force that we're working with goes, oh man, she means business. She means business. God or the divine, the universe doesn't give us what we're not prepared to give ourselves. So if we aren't prepared to step out on a ledge for what we want, how can the divine possibly give it to us? We've got free will. So we don't get anything that we're not prepared to give to ourselves. That's just the way it works. So don't let discouragement about trying new things in your business, or the fact that your business hasn't even taken off yet, don't let that discouragement stop you from your path. Tweak and keep trying different things, trusting that it's not the one thing you just tried that's your source. The divine is your source. There are so many sources in the world. You don't need the one thing that you just tried to be the thing that worked out. The one that really hits pay dirt will be the right one. Trust that. Don't let discouragement stop you, ever. That'd be a big mistake.
Absolutely. And I dare say, in those moments that we do struggle in our business, or moments that we have discouragement, they're our greatest gifts. They are our greatest gifts, because they call out and make you become all that you are capable of.
Yes.
They call you to your greatest potential. They're all things that's building things in you to be even better than you ever imagined. I think of those moments that I've been on my knees, moments where I felt like I couldn't even breathe, and I'm so thankful and grateful for every single one of those moments, because it's made me the most amazing person and businesswoman and humanitarian and philanthropist and everything that makes me who I am and everything that I was capable of being on this earth. And we all have that potential in us. And it doesn't always come from everything working out perfectly. I always say it all the time. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey. It's who you're always meant to be. It's all that God is calling you to, as to who you can become on this earth. And we have lots of times such small goals and dreams compared to what the universe says. But do you know what you are capable of? But do you know the plans that I have for you? That you can have even more of a greater impact than even what your mind is telling you today. You got to let go and trust and have faith and really see the beauty in those moments that have knocked you down. And that every time you do get up and brush yourself off, not only are you stronger, but you're better for it. It's calling out the greatness in you. And you are meant to be great. You are meant to be great. It's always in you. And these are all things that's guiding you on your path to where you need to go. And you need to trust it.
Yes, Sharla, that's exactly it. Divinely and inspiredly spoken.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we know that firsthand, because, we've got to this level of success in our life, not because, it was always easy or that everything was laid out in place. It's the fact that, despite those disappointments, despite those struggles, despite those things that happened, we kept going and keep putting one foot in front of the other. And that's what we work with our clients to do is, the more we can get crystal clear as to what we want, that what this moment is teaching us, where is it pulling us? What direction is it going in? And to just keep going. We are so proud of what we do in terms of watching that transformation happen for every woman that we work with in her life and in her business, and that's the thing, is lots of times we need someone to just keep us going, to keep staying on track, knowing that you're never alone, and that, you're part of something so much bigger than each of us. We were never meant to do this alone. And so we love working with our women to be able to build not only successful businesses, but successful lives. Because like I said, making $1 million means nothing that if you aren't able to live the life of your dreams, be able to share it with who you want to share it with, to be able to do the things that you want to do, and to not compromise your health and well-being in the process, or time with your family and your children. Time is our most precious commodity. And, money makes it easier for us, should always make it easier for us to be able to value our time and to be able to spend it the way we want to spend it. So any final thoughts, Jackie, as we wrap up our show today on, making money while you sleep?
Well, I just want to remind everybody to put this mantra everywhere. This is going to be easy. Let's get in the ease and flow of it. This is going to be easy. Go to bed at night, fall asleep, believing that it is easy, that you are getting in the flow right now, and just drop the struggle. And so that's your mantra for this weekend. This is going to be easy. I make money while I sleep. That will be my final thought today, Sharla.
Absolutely. So if you want to learn more of, how to apply these principles to your life, to your business, because a lot of times, we can hear all these things, but it's like, but how do I do it for my business? We do have a Millionaire Mastermind coming up on Friday, May the 28th, that you can book your seat for. So we limit the amount of seats in every session, but I'll put the link to register and get your seat in the comments below. And it's a way to be able to learn a little bit more from Jackie and I, how to apply business systems, create this for your own business, so that, you have more ease and flow in your life and in your business. Because like I said, we just don't believe, in the hustle and the grind and the struggle to be able to achieve the level of success that you want to achieve. So we hope that you'll join us on Friday, May the 28th. Make sure you get your seat early. And, we want to thank everybody for joining us for this session of, making money while you sleep. And we look forward to seeing you next time on So You Want to Be a Millionaire. Bye, everyone.